feel good. I feel good. I feel good. Right? I was like, all right, bro, cool.
Go, man.
Tell me that's not you. I feel good. I feel
good. Don't do that anymore, man. Oh, I hate myself a little bit more, dude.
It's like looking into a mirror, isn't it?
And we're fucking shadows.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I think the reason why we did that last time was because we both were hitting that dark spot. So we needed to, like...
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I don't want to hit any dark spots today.
I know. I don't either.
Pull your hat backwards then.
I know. But I'm saying I think that's what happened, because we were both sitting like this, and all of a sudden, like midway through the podcast, we're like, so my life sucks.
Yeah. Let's... Cheers, Bubba. So... Missed you the last couple episodes, dude.
I know.
It's all right, though.
I was kind of waiting on to see what the word was for last week, but I also saw that you had Rena on, so I was like, "Oh,
we
yeah,
had Rena on. That was a really good episode."
Yeah, she told me that she was doing the episode and she was really excited about it.
Have you talked to her after?
Not after.
Neither have I. I wonder what her input is.
Yeah,
we were. There was a comment on the video. I guess her aunt was watching.
Oh,
there's a couple people that have watched it.
Nice.
But she was like by far. Obviously, she's the only female fitness person we've had so far.
Mm-hmm.
But she was a fun guest.
Yeah, she's cool.
She's such a fucking animal, dude.
Yeah.
This is the third time we've talked about her without her being here, and she's just I don't know. I really appreciate the hard work that she puts in.
Oh yeah, she puts in some serious hard work, and then she's very knowledgeable, but she still has questions, and so she'll actually ask me questions every now and then too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How often do you talk to her?
Like
just when you see her?
Yeah.
Oh,
like maybe once a month or so. But yeah,
So,
she used to actually send me videos and be like, "Hey, can you correct my form on this movement?" So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know how old she is?
Yeah, she's like 18, 19.
She just turned 19.
Just turned 19.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So I wonder if she was looking like that in high school, or at least starting to like develop that. Because what do you graduate high school at? 18, 17?
Yeah.
So she had already been beastly, right?
She was getting there. I mean, I had talked to her before, and she got into CrossFit and just really enjoyed it. And so she's been essentially training herself. Yeah.
What?
You say that. That's what she does, bro.
Fuck CrossFit, dude. Yeah. I'm not about it.
Yeah, I know. She's that beastly girl that does CrossFit. So.
Oh, you know what? We were filming yesterday, and me and Jesse were talking about the name of the last week's episode is going to be how to take gym advice. Okay. So I was doing shoulders, right? And I was in the hammer strength machine. And you know how I do single arm, and it's just because my shoulder's all fucked up.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about that high row?
No. Shoulders.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Overhead press. Right?
I got you.
Plate loaded. So I'm doing them, and I'm working in with Jesse, and we're working out or whatever, and he said that I should bring this up to you. We were talking about range of motion.
Okay.
So my left shoulder's shit, and when I press, extending at the top and actually like locking out, that takes the pressure off of that pain.
Okay.
And when I go all the way down, it takes the pressure off that pain too. It literally only hurts when I'm pressing. So I'm all the way up, all the way down, all the way up. Now Jesse comes in and he's like, I want you to stay right here and just pump that blood. And so I did it, but I couldn't do it with nearly as much weight as I was. Is that just a difference of preference, or is there a better way? Because he was telling me that if you want to get the most optimal results, his way could be potentially better.
So actually, I had a conversation with one of my other trainers about this the other day about range of motion as well as comfortability, right? So she has like really bad hips, and she like got on the leg press, and she had one foot that was only minorly turned, and then the other foot was like way out here.
Okay.
Right. And she was like, okay, so if you saw a client that was doing this and they said that this was comfortable for them. Would you correct it? And I said, like, I kind of went through the generic answer, you know, like, well, I would try to recommend, you know, having the feet squared out. And she's like, yeah, but my injury is so bad that I actually can't do that without causing myself pain. She was like giving me, like, we were breaking it down scientifically. And so then she's like, it's the same thing with like bigger people who, you know, their feet naturally will start to turn out because that's what's helping them support their weight.
Yeah.
And so to try to correct it actually can cause them more pain to do so. So it's allowing them to go with what's comfortable and then going through the range of motion that's comfortable for them. So if there are some people who can only do quarter squats or half squats, right, not ass to grass, that's not a problem. Do those, right? Over time, your body will actually start to regain that range of motion and develop its own mobility. Right. So she even suggested don't do static stretching. Don't even really do dynamic stretching. Do like load lifting, right? Just not heavy, but you work through that range of motion, your full range of motion that you can. So I would probably suggest the same thing is that, and I know you're going to hate to hear it, drop the weight and then work your way through that full range of motion. But also every now and then, yeah, take a day like and do what Jesse said, where you work in that middle range of motion because that's what's causing you that pain right now, but start building that muscle back up because the best way to recover is to use the muscles.
So when I was doing my full range of motion all the way up and I can go heavier, it was easier for me to do. So, okay, I was doing 2 plates, right, 90 pounds, and it was no problem. It really hurt, but I could get it.
Right.
When he had me do it his way and just do those quick pumps, stay in that range, he had me only do 45 pounds.
Right.
Now it still hurt just because pain is pain, but I couldn't do, like I was doing 10 to 12 my way. I couldn't do 8 his way.
Right.
Just because it was so fucking painful.
Right. That's because what you're doing is you're causing that explosion to get all the way up to the top to get from no pressure to no pressure.
Right.
He was keeping you in the pressure.
Okay.
So he was keeping you in that pain on purpose.
Okay.
Right. So that's why you're only able to do a little bit is because your body hurts doing it.
Will muscle not grow either way?
No, it'll grow either way.
Is his way better?
For your specific case, I would say it is. Every person is different. I would say for you it is specifically because you're trying to battle back from an injury.
Okay.
And so you need to put yourself through that range of motion, through that, because you already know there's no pain here, there's no pain here.
Right.
But everywhere in between there is.
Right.
Right. And so you're only causing that explosion to get to there. You're not fixing the problem, you're avoiding it. So fix the problem. So work in here.
Damn. I don't want to do that.
I know.
I really don't.
That's why I said you're not going to like it, but you got to drop the weight.
Because I worked my ass off to get to where I was able to get to the weight that I was doing. Then to drop to half of that.
I'm not saying do it every single time, but I mean, like, if you want at the end of your...
That's what he was saying.
At the end of your sets, go ahead and throw that second plate on and then hit it for a set.
That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. He said the opposite. He said, go ahead and do my workout my way and then use his way as a finisher.
You could do that too.
Yeah.
Either one. But I would say for you, spend more time on the rehab side of it rather than the muscle building side for the time being. Just for the time being. And then once your once your shoulder's starting to feel a little bit better, then yeah, switch it up and then do more of the heavier weights and then use that as your finisher.
Okay. But just to make myself feel better, either way we'll grow muscle and grow strength, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's all I need.
Which I also wanted to say, so when you were doing that high row with the 5 plates, right?
Are you going to come at me too?
No. I'm going to let you know you actually did more weight than 225.
Well, how?
Because that arm itself is like an extra 14, 15 pounds. So you did almost 240.
Nice.
So good job.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Do you know I didn't want to do that?
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it. I didn't even think I could do it. And Jesse was like, dude, you could give it 3 minutes rest and you could fucking do that. It's nothing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not even going to be able to get this once.
Yeah.
I got it 5 times. But then people came at me in my comments and were like, watch your form, watch your this and
Slow,
that.
steady movement. Yeah, I know.
And it's like, bro, you put that weight on there and show me how slow and steady looks.
And I mean, you know, I talked to you about that too, right? About doing slow, steady movement, controlling the weight.
Sure.
But I also understand, you know, that like, well, I just want to see if I can do it. And you did it.
Yeah.
Right. And so I totally appreciate that because you know that that's not the way that you do it every time. But if you want to go for a heavy weight, fuck it.
I have a video right before that I took working my way up.
Yeah.
And then I just took off one plate on each side, and I did 12.
Yeah.
It was super slow. It was the way everybody was saying it should be done. I can lift.
Yeah.
It's just when you're lifting that, I mean, that's a person.
Right.
That's you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's a big person.
Yeah.
You show me slow and controlled it that way. You need to be fucking Brian Shaw to do that kind of stuff.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
How are they? They were also saying I was using momentum. How do you use momentum when it's all dragging down?
So it is, I'm going to show you while I talk about it.
Okay.
So it is, you're starting this motion here,
Uh-huh.
right? And then you're stopping and letting that momentum carry. So you're causing that start, and then once your body stops and then you finish that pull, you've created that momentum from here to here. Letting that finish.
Okay.
So that's where the momentum's coming in at.
Because it didn't make sense. It's like if that shit's going down and I'm going up,
Right.
how is there momentum?
Yeah, yeah.
But now,
So essentially, it's like kipping in a pull-up.
yeah, fuck
Yeah.
CrossFit. No, I just wanted to try it, man. I'm not going to lift like that all the time. It felt good to be able to do. I just wanted to stack a win.
Yeah, and I know you won't lift that way all the time, but if I did see you lifting that way all the time, I'd be like, okay, bro.
Well, I think it would cause damage.
Yeah.
So I'm not stupid.
Yeah, I know you're not.
And the thing that really pissed me off is the people that were talking about me in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at their profiles. You can't fucking do it.
Right.
You can't do half of it. So shut up.
Yeah.
You're just talking just to talking.
They're the
just
type
to
of
talk,
person.
hoping
They're the type of person that Joey Swoll will call out.
they're just talking, hoping that their comment will get a like.
Yeah.
So they can show somebody like, oh shit, check this out. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It was really stupid. I don't lift like that. I wanted to try, and look, I'm the one who put it out there.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that there was going to be backfire, but I also knew that there was going to be love and support from the people that want to do that, right?
Yeah.
I appreciate either way.
Yeah.
Because now it opens up conversation. I can ask you. I just learned the momentum, whatever.
Right.
But there are things that just are unnecessary to say, especially if you can't show me what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just talking just to talk, you're an idiot.
Right.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep doing my own fucking thing.
Yeah.
Fuck Jesse. Fuck you. Fuck CrossFit. No, I'm just playing. So I had you listen to that message, right?
Yes, sir.
Brandon Reed, dude I went to high school with.
Mm-hmm.
He was basically, from what I understood, he has crash dieted his whole career of trying to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
And he says he's a chunkier guy, but I at least when I knew him, I haven't seen him for many years, but at least when I knew him, he wasn't that big, but maybe he is now. What did he say? He's
Right about 200 pounds.
200 pounds,
And
5'9"?
You said he's about my height, so about 5'9".
I think he is 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah.
Anyway, he was saying that he is worried or concerned that he has fucked up his metabolism.
Mm-hmm.
Is that real? I heard that was a myth. I heard you can't fuck up your metabolism.
You can slow down and speed up your metabolism, and you can fuck it up, and I'm not like to where it's irreparable, but you can fuck it up by doing those crash diets and things like that. Usually, so when he was talking about it, where he's eating to a point where he feels like he's gonna throw up, or like he's getting to his next meal and feeling he's gonna throw up. I actually had the same thing when I was in boot camp.
Yeah, but he was also saying he was only doing 1,000 calories a day.
Before he was. Now he's doing 2,800 for maintenance.
Yeah, when he was crash dieting, he would take himself to 1,000 a day.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't do that. I would take your maintenance calories and then only drop it by about 500. Get used to it first.
Mm-hmm.
Right. As opposed to going from 2,800 to 1,000 calories, because that is a crash diet.
Okay.
Right. But if you do like 2,800, reduce it by 500 calories or even like 300 calories just to be safe, right? Let your body get used to it. That way it's not putting your body in such a shock.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But because he's been working out more, his metabolism is going to start increasing. But I would say, and I'm kind of hoping that he'll comment on this too, is depending on what his energy levels are like. So if he's low energy, I would say reduce the protein a little bit and increase the carbs a little bit. Because he was saying he was doing about 150 grams of protein a day.
150, 170.
Yeah,
I think
a
that's
day.
what he said.
I'd like to know how many how many grams of carbohydrates he's doing, because the carbohydrates is what's going to help give you energy in the gym and allow you to have that energy to start to burn away more of those calories. Right? It's kind of like that natural pre-workout where you're like, okay, I'm fucking ready, let's go.
Yeah.
Right? Without having the creatine in your body, without having that explosive excessive creatine, because your body makes creatine. But if he's like, no, I have good energy levels, then it's just his stomach hasn't quite expanded yet, because he's been shrinking and growing his stomach over the years as he's been doing these crash diets. So his body needs to adjust to it. And so I would say if he's only doing 2,800 for maintenance, I would say drop it just a little bit just to be safe, down to 2,500, and then let his body get used to that again, because he's still trying to recover from the crash dieting. And then his body is going to either start to feel like it's getting, it's losing energy, more fatigue in the gym. And then that's when you know that you either, one, need to increase your water intake, right? I also like to know how much water a day he's drinking. You need to increase your water intake, as well as up your carbs just a little bit. I'm not saying go on like a high carb diet or anything like that, but increase your carbs just a little bit to help give you that natural energy in the gym.
To start out, how many days a week should he be in the gym, you think?
He said he's already doing 5. So if he's used to 5, cool, keep doing 5.
Stay at 5?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Right. But I would also say, like, maybe if you're doing 5 days of lifting, maybe take one of those days out and make it a cardio and core day. Right. Just so that way you're burning a few excess calories, because he did say he wanted to lose a little bit more fat as well as continue to gain muscle. So I
just
would
don't remember him being that big of a guy, dude. He's a smaller guy, in my opinion. He's
right. Well, I mean, 5'9", 200 pounds. I used to be 206. Was at my heaviest, right? So I wasn't like fat by any real means, but I had noticed my fat, and so I kind of was like, yeah, no, I'm chubby. Whereas like now I'm sitting, I actually just gained some weight. I'm sitting at like 165 right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And
I'm a pound away from being out of the 40s for 40.
Dude.
I have been doing the Carnivore Diet. What's today? The 10th? For 10 days. Today I might be done doing it. I just wanted to do it for the month of April to see if I could. I feel really good, but it's very expensive.
Right.
So I might go ahead and just be done with it today. But in this week, I've lost 9 pounds.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Yeah. But I didn't want to bring it to now it's on TikTok, but I didn't want to bring it to social media because I didn't want people to say that I'm a carnivore guy or a keto guy or a fucking whatever. I'm not an advocate of this diet.
Right.
I just wanted to try it. I had the means to try it.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it for a month. But I told myself if I do it for 6 days, I do it for 6 days. If I do it for 22, I do it for 22. It's so fucking expensive.
Well, and 10 days is a good amount of time anyway. I know a few people who, like, in the CrossFit realm.
Fuck CrossFit.
That will go, like, 2 weeks max.
Okay.
And then they'll, like, drop it for a month and a half. And
Yeah.
they'll come back and do it again for 2 weeks max. And so they'll kind of, like, do this on and off, kind of like what you do with pre-workouts, right? You cycle on, you cycle off.
Yeah.
And they feel good doing it.
Have you ever done it? No.
So I haven't tried any of the. I don't really want to call them fab diets, but I haven't tried like keto
Diets with a name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've tried them all.
I mean, besides the seafood diet.
You see food, you eat it. Sorry, I didn't mean to steal your joke. Fuck.
No, we good, dude.
No, I've tried all the diets.
Yeah.
I remember when keto was Atkins. I was doing Atkins. I remember Herbalife. I remember all this bullshit, right? I've been dieting for forever. Carnivore is something that I never tried, and it was from watching like Joe Rogan and watching what's his name? Something Peterson. What's his name? Jeff Peterson? Tony? Anyway, you know who I'm talking about. Okay. So they are super advocates, and Peterson, whatever his first name is, he does the carnivore diet. Like, that's his lifestyle. Joe Rogan just did it for a month, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking try it.
Yeah.
There are side effects. I didn't get the fucking explosive diarrhea that everybody was talking about. That didn't happen to me. But what did happen to me is it was getting really hard for me to sleep because my body was just burning and burning and burning and burning and burning.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't shut off.
Right.
And it was really hard for me to sleep. Another side effect
Like
was
those meat sweats.
Yeah, kind of, but like my brain was just fucking going at 100 miles an hour and I couldn't stop. And my body wanted to be up and move.
Mm-hmm.
And I was functioning off of like 4.5, 5 hours of sleep. So it was fucking me up. Another side effect I had, this was kind of cool, but not really, is there was one, I was hard cocking it for like 8 hours.
Oh, shit.
At work.
Yeah.
Just there was nothing I can do. Just like I was starting to get like lightheaded.
Oh, shit.
It was kind of bad. So that's one. What's another one? A pro was kind of like the only thing that changed when I ate is that I wasn't hungry anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get that spike and I never got that crash. So my energy maintained.
Mm-hmm.
What else? It was really hard to get your calories in. Just because I was so full.
Yeah.
The meat's very filling.
Yeah.
And then another weird thing happened. This is the last thing, is I was laying in bed one night and like my neck starts moving and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Like twitching?
Like moving.
Oh.
Like moving. And it's my heart. I can feel my heart in my neck, but it's going boom, 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 super fucking slow. And I'm like, this is it. Like I'm dying right now. And I put my finger on my shit, set a 60-minute timer. It was beating 61 times a minute.
Mm-hmm.
It said anything under 60 for multiple weeks is kind of sketchy. So I Googled carnivore diet and heartbeat. And apparently that's like one of the side effects is it gives you temporary arrhythmia issues.
Mm-hmm.
What do they call that?
Arrhythmia, yeah, it's an irregular heartbeat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was just making me fucking slow. I felt fine. I didn't feel sick. I didn't feel dizzy or weak or tired or anything. But that freaked me out.
Yeah.
So I think 10 days. I tried it.
Yeah.
I might be done.
Okay.
But
yeah,
I would recommend it to somebody who just wants to try it. But I won't say, hey, like, this is the only way to lose weight. I think the only way to lose weight is a calorie deficit. I stick to that. That's mine.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what anybody else says.
Yeah, I mean a net deficit, yeah. Because you could eat like your resting metabolic rate could be like 2,800, and you eat 2,800 calories, but you burn 3,000 calories throughout your day.
That's still a deficit.
That would be a deficit, yeah, net deficit.
Oh, what's the difference?
Some people will purposefully eat less calories than what their resting metabolic rate is. So if your resting metabolic rate is 2,800, some people will eat only 2,500. Right. So that's a 300 calorie deficit. But then let's say that they burn 3,000 calories, right? So an extra 200 calories, that's a 500 net deficit. Right.
Okay. So let me tell you this then. For my age and my height and weight currently, my maintenance calories is 4,800. Okay. For how many times I go to the gym as well. I'm doing 2,500.
Okay.
But I feel great on top of intermittent fasting. So I don't think intermittent fasting is a goal. I don't think it's a secret cheat code to weight loss or anything like that.
Right.
But for my work schedule, it works. Yeah. So I eat from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then that's it.
Right.
But I'm in bed by 5:30.
Which makes sense for you.
It doesn't mean that intermittent fasting is the only way. You know what I mean? It's just tips and tricks and just.
Well, and the thing is that every person is different. And so even if you see like these formulas that, for how to figure out your maintenance calories and everything like that, that's just a generalization. That's a blanket statement, right? But every person is different. So as long as you feel great doing it, then keep doing it. But if you're like, yeah, man, I'm always fatigued, I don't feel like I'm eating enough, blah, 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 but I still want to keep at this 2,000 calorie deficit, then you need to probably eat more.
No, I feel good.
Yeah.
I'm able to push more and more each time at the gym. My strength isn't depleting. I'm sleeping good. Like I feel good at 2,500. I think that's my spot. Yeah. But I have enough fat on me to energize my body. You know what I mean? Also, but I don't. So say I'm your brand new client and I walk up to you and I tell you I'm 30 years old, I'm 6'2", I'm 440 pounds. What should I be doing?
You came to me at 490, bro.
I did. I did.
Yeah.
So, but I think I was already established in my diet at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Because didn't you say like you marked down that my diet was good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're because you were like I asked, because I asked you then, I was like, well, how are you feeling when you're eating these few calories? And you're just like, I feel good. I feel good.
Yeah.
Right? That's literally how you do it. I feel good. I feel good. I feel good. Right? I was like, all right, bro, cool.
Go, man.
Tell me that's not you. I feel good. I feel
good. Don't do that anymore, man. Oh, I hate myself a little bit more, dude.
It's like looking into a mirror, isn't it? I feel good. I feel good.
That's so stupid, dude. Okay. Fuck. Get there, man.
I'm getting there.
Come on.
So there's oxygen in your blood, and that's how it gets to your muscles. If you start with like lower weights and higher reps, you tire your muscles out, you build that fatigue, but then what you're doing is you're causing your blood vessels to force themselves open wider to allow more oxygen to get into your muscles.
Okay.
So then once you can get that, that's where you get that vascularity, right? Where like you can look at someone and be like, okay, yeah, I can see your veins on your arm, and you're not even moving, you're just sitting there, right? So when you start to feel
but you would recommend that to someone my size? Because you're not going to see fucking veins.
I'm getting there.
Okay, sorry.
Let me get there. Okay, let me get there. Let me get there.
Go.
So, but what you want to do is you want to spend a few weeks in that phase, because then that's going to force your blood vessels to open to allow more oxygen, right? It's also going to burn more calories because you are doing more, your volume is going to be higher. Okay, so lighter weights, more reps, you're going to have a higher volume. That's going to force your blood vessels open, more oxygen to the blood. And then once you switch to the hypertrophy phase, the actual muscle growth phase, your body's going to be able to handle that heavier weight, because even though it's going to be taking more oxygen to move that heavier weight, it's going to be able to withstand that loss of oxygen.
So what does that look like then? You have to break it down for me in sets and reps, because I'm not understanding.
So let's say that we started over completely. You and I would do 4 sets, 12 to 15 reps. And you would get about, so you and I always superset, right? So we superset, and then you would get about 30 to 45 seconds rest between sets. After we did that, I know, right?
Cute.
I didn't want to be like, that's cute. That's cute. After about 3 to 4 weeks, so about a month of doing that, then we would go to 3 to 5 sets of 6 to 8 reps. And now
Putting
you're
the weight up.
Now you're increasing weight.
Okay.
Okay. That's your hypertrophy phase. And so that's where you're starting to increase the size of the muscle, but because you are getting that extra oxygen to the muscles, they're actually going to be able to withstand that easier, right? And you're going to get about a minute rest between sets, 45 seconds to a minute.
Okay, so now if you were just recommending this as a blanket statement to men and women who have very little experience in the gym, what would you say to them? Like my advice would be go ahead and get in the gym and get familiar with the stuff that you want to use. Jump on a machine, check your weights, see if you're doing it like the picture does. Also, YouTube is a huge fucking help.
Yep, absolutely.
Because if you don't know how to do, like, there's been plenty of times where I'm in the gym and I'm like, I don't think I'm doing this lift right.
Right.
I'll watch a 2-minute video of somebody else doing it and I'll be like, oh, okay, I see where I'm fucking up.
I still YouTube shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great help.
Someone who has never been in the gym before, I'll usually be like, okay, go like hit the stairs, go at a very slow pace on the stairs, watch, like look around the gym and get familiar with the layout of the gym. And then, yes, go walk the machines, get used to the movement. But if they're with me, I'm taking them to the free weights first.
Okay.
I'm taking them to the free weights, and then I'm showing them the movements, because then their body's going to have to learn to start adapting to
the stabilizing muscles. I got you.
Yep. Right. But every single client I ever start with, I don't care if they've been there for 10 years. I don't care if they've been there for 10 minutes. I always start with that. It's muscular endurance. So I start with 4 sets, 12 to 15 reps.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're moving 5-pound weights. I don't care if they're moving air, but they're going to be moving those muscles, and they're going to learn how the form works, because then they're learning how to control the weight.
Okay.
Right. They're learning that slow, steady squeeze. They're starting to build that neural bridge from the brain to the muscles. So that way they can get used to that movement.
Yeah.
Right. And then I'll spend, depending on how quickly they adapt, how many days a week I'm seeing them, everything like that. I'll spend a month at max, 2 months in that phase to make sure that they get the proper form. If they've been there for like 10 years, 3 to 4 weeks, definitely.
Okay.
Right. And then I'm going to switch it up and move to that next phase, that hypertrophy phase, because then that's where the real fun begins.
Gotcha.
But I always preface with all of my clients, be like, look, the first few weeks, you're going to be like, okay, I want to be able to move more weight. Like if they're trying to build muscle, I'd be like, you're going to want to move more weight. I get it. Just be patient with me, because once we get to that next phase, you're going to be like, okay, now I get it. And I love it.
Okay.
I have plenty of clients that started off that way and were like, bro, we've been doing this for 3 weeks now. Is there any way we can start increasing weight? And then usually I'm like, okay, do you remember what you started with? I was like, yeah, I started with 20s. What'd you move today? Well, I moved 30s. Okay. We're doing the same reps and sets, but now you went up 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Right. And then I'll move them to that hypertrophy phase. And then they'll go from like 30 pounds to 45 or 50 pounds. And they're like, dude, I didn't think I'd be able to do this. Yeah, I know. That's because we started in the endurance phase. I had a client on Friday. We were doing a cable curl pyramid and cable tricep press down pyramid, where we did no resistance, 10 reps, and then moved it down 2 plates, 8 reps, down 2 plates, 6 reps, down 2 plates, 4 reps, 2 reps, right? So he was doing the curls, and he ended up curling 99 pounds for 2, right? And then we went back up doing 4, 6, 8, 10. And then we did 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1 on the tricep press down.
Okay.
Right. So he pressed down his 1 rep, like I'd say on the RPE scale, right? So how hard did it feel? I'd say he was probably about a 7 or 8, right? So he probably could have done more, but not much more. And he like pressed it down, and he goes, dude, how much weight was that? I said, that was 121 pounds. He goes, are you serious? I said, yeah. And he looks at it and he goes, bro, I honestly never thought that I would have been able to push that.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah. And you just did it like, yeah, it was a struggle, but you probably could have done it for a second rep.
Right.
Right. And for him, he was like, I kind of felt like we were still roughly in the same spot of when we started. But after doing this, I realized that, no, I'm definitely getting stronger. And I said, well, one of the first times that we did this, you were only able to get to 66 pounds. So you just doubled your weight.
Right.
Like it was
And that
nothing.
was after how long?
3 months.
Is that good progress?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I was Googling yesterday and YouTubing, and I couldn't find anything, and I was wondering what your thoughts on it would be. Obviously, everybody's different, and everybody's body moves at a different pace, but generally speaking, what would the necessary steps be to go from like a 225-pound bench to 315? How would that look like in the gym? How many times should you be training chest during the week? How much weight should you be going up each time? Like, what does that look like? And how long does that road, on average, take?
I would say, to be on the safe side, that would be a pretty bold blanket statement. Not bold, a pretty like acceptable blanket statement would be planned for 8 months.
Yeah, see, I was saying about a year.
Yeah,
That's
8 months to a year.
Okay.
Yep. And that's because you have to start at the muscular endurance level. That's where everyone wants to start at hypertrophy. You have to start at muscular endurance first. You have to.
Muscular endurance, that's the low weight, high reps?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And hypertrophy is the opposite?
Is the muscle growth.
Okay.
Yep. So there's the endurance, right? That's allowing the vessels to open up.
Okay.
And then there's the actual growth of the muscle.
Gotcha.
Okay. And so if your goal is specifically bench, which is a chest and tricep movement, right, then yeah, you should probably be hitting chest and tris maybe just twice a week.
Okay.
Okay. Because any more than that, you're going to start overtraining those muscles.
Yeah.
Right. But you also need to make sure that you're working the bigger muscles too, because you're allowing you have to grow your body relatively evenly.
Sure. Don't skip leg day.
Don't skip leg day.
Do not.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I did 4 leg days this last week.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Why?
That's
That's overtraining, no? Now you're stepping into the realm of overtraining.
I am, but I also kept all my weights really light, except for one day. I did one heavy day, and the rest of the days I was like 50% of my max.
Okay. All different exercises?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. I had one client who wanted to work specifically quads, and then another and then later that week, because I trained him twice, he wanted to work glutes and hamstrings or glutes and calves. And then I had another client who was like, just fuck my legs up.
Yeah.
And then the one was like, train me in CrossFit but for legs.
Fuck CrossFit. Fuck CrossFit.
So fuck CrossFit. So then the leg CrossFit was more cardio based.
Okay.
Okay. So that was definitely more of a cardio base where I actually threw like, so I always do like, it's a strength portion, right? The first half hour strength. And the second half hour is I call it the real workout, the WOD, right? Where I threw in like the row machine, some kettlebells, med ball, stuff like that. And like just put you through the range of motion, right? But you're not doing ridiculous weights.
Okay.
So I had her do that. The other one, she's in the Army. She's trying to build up for her fitness test. So then I built a leg workout that was going to be based around driving. So a little bit of the hamstrings, low back, right? It's called the posterior chain.
Okay.
So I worked that on her. And then the other client, like I said, he wanted quads the first day, and the second day he wanted glutes and calves.
Oh.
So I got to work the entirety of my legs.
Do you ever do sled workouts when you're running legs?
Mm-hmm.
As a starter or a finisher?
Actually, I did that as a starter for the quad guy.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I've yet to step on any sled work just because I know it's gonna destroy me.
So what I did was I did banded sled pulls. So
oh yeah, okay.
Right.
For how far? The distance.
So like at the Goodyear location, right?
That distance?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, but I did a pyramid. So starting off with one 25-pound plate, pull it down to the other side, add another 25-pound plate, right? So you're at 2.
Yeah.
Pull it down to the other side, add a 25.
Okay.
Pull it down to the other side, add a 25.
Okay.
Pull it down, take one off, pull it down, take one off, pull it down, take one off, pull it down.
So 6 sets.
Yeah. But that was set 1.
Oh. How many sets?
3.
Oh, no, dude. I'm out.
But you and I, what we would do is, because it would be new to you, is I would start off with probably, you got pretty strong legs. So I'd say probably 3 25-pound plates, or like 2 45, like a 45 on each side.
Yeah.
And then I would just have you pull down to one side, right? And then I would have you do like kettlebell squats.
Okay.
Just kind of like a little burner for you.
Yeah.
Right. And then I'd give you a rest and then have you pull it down. So that would be set 1. And I would maybe do 3 to 4 sets.
So the kettlebell squats would be following immediately after the pull?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So essentially supersetting it.
Yeah.
Right. For him, he wanted the cardio aspect. He's actually lost 8 pounds in the last 3 weeks.
Hell yeah.
And he's not, it's my roommate. So he's not like a big guy.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, I kind of want to get rid of some of this fat. And
okay.
So he's been having me train him twice a week. And yeah.
So going back to what I was asking then, so we got the workout stuff done. Does diet matter when you're first starting out? Like, should you only focus on one thing at a time, or should you focus on everything at the same time?
Depending on,
a lot of people are intimidated.
Right.
So you throw too much at them at once, they want to just be done with it because it's easier to just do what they've been doing.
I tell everybody, like, you want to make small changes to your routine, because if you make too big of a change, you're more likely to give up on it. You're more likely to get discouraged by it, right? So people who are like, well, I want to lose all this weight, so I wanted to do a major calorie deficit. I'm thinking 1,500 calorie deficit for myself, right? I'd be like, no, change it by, like, reduce it by 10% of the total amount that you want to reduce it by. 10%, that's going to, like, so let's say that your routine's looking like this, right?
Yeah.
10%, it's going to start going like this, right? So then you have to get used to it. So then you have to bring it back to this level. Then reduce it by another 10%, right? And that's how you start to build that routine where it's slow, steady, and you're actually allowing yourself to get used to that disruption. If you have any disruption in your typical daily routine, you start to notice it and it bothers you. It actually causes stress.
Okay.
Right. So if you are prepared for that and you go, okay, I'm going to reduce it by this much, this is going to alter my routine. You are then prepared for it, right? And you'll have these small either changes in energy, energy or emotion, right? And you'll be like, okay, I'm noticing this now. But now you know that you're able to focus on it without feeling too discouraged, right? Whereas like one day, if you're on like a 1,500 calorie deficit, you wake up and you feel like complete shit. You'd be like, okay, like I feel like ass. I need to eat that extra 1,500 back, right? If you reduce it by 300-400 calories, your body's not going to be like, oh, fuck, dude, what the hell did you do to me? Right? It's going to be like, did I notice something today?
Yeah. I feel fine.
I feel fine. I'm fine.
That's so stupid, bro. No, because, okay, as far as calories and stuff like that goes, again, everybody's different. There's no blanket statement that works.
Mm-hmm.
Do you trust in those generic calorie counters? Or how are you supposed to? You don't?
No, not really. There's
Oh, I do. The only thing
it's not like I'm not like don't trust them.
Yeah.
It's like the little hand body fat testers, right? Do you trust everything that says?
No.
Right? But would you say that it kind of gives you like a generalized idea?
Sure.
Right? So that's the same thing with those. I mean like even if you're on the stairs of the treadmill, right? And it says you burn this many calories, but then you look at your watch and it gives you a completely different number, right? It's essentially that treadmill is essentially meant to turn at a specific rate that burns a specific set of calories.
Right.
But if you take more steps in that time frame than what the typical footstep would be, right, you're probably burning more calories.
Right.
So I don't necessarily completely trust in it, but what I have noticed is that it's resting metabolic assessment and an active metabolic assessment that is pretty accurate, but it costs quite a bit of money to get to that.
Where do you get that?
So like Lifetime Fitness has them.
Oh.
Okay. Where they basically put this mask on you for the resting metabolic assessment. They put this mask on you and you sit in a dark room for 20 minutes. You can't sleep. You can't do anything. You can't look at your phone. You can't literally do anything that would excite you.
Fuck that.
Right. But so like there's still light in there. You're not like in complete darkness, but you basically sit in this room and you just kind of just wait for 20 minutes, but you're breathing.
Born in the dark.
Right. Right. I was born in the dark. Molded by it.
I didn't know light until I was already a man, and then it was nothing to me but blinding. Sorry, go ahead. I've been drinking a little juice.
Tom Hardy.
The Homer Simpson. He's fine.
He's fine. But like that's actually so when I was working for Lifetime, I did the active metabolic and resting metabolic assessment. That's how I found out that when I was really on my nutrition, when I was really on my workout routines, I had to eat 6,000 calories a day as a maintenance.
Wow.
Just as maintenance.
At what weight level?
Or what? 165.
Fuck, man.
I had to eat almost constantly.
Yeah.
Okay, so like to kind of break down my day, I woke up, had a protein shake, then I had first breakfast. Okay, this is gonna sound like
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
I had first breakfast, then I had like a mid-morning snack, then I had second breakfast, then I had my late morning snack, then I had first lunch, then I waited a little bit, had another protein shake, then I had second lunch, then I had a late afternoon snack, I had first dinner, then I would eat some like just basic generic nuts, pistachios, cashews, shit like that. Then I would have second dinner, and then about 45 minutes to an hour before I went to bed, I would make protein cookies.
But you needed that because of your activity level.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I don't like about these calorie calendars that you can find online is it always asks you what's your activity level. It's either sedentary, basic metabolic rate, and then exercise will be like 1 to 3 times, 3 to 5 times, 6 to 7 times.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that calculator accepts as exercise.
Right.
So I can't know.
Right. Because like you walking, that's actually exercise. The amount of walking especially the amount of walking you do. Bro,
right.
You move more than I do.
Well, I mean, Oh, so that's just before I even step in the gym.
Right.
So I'm walking anywhere between 6 to 9 miles a day before I even step in the gym.
Right.
Then I go to the gym and it's primarily weights, but I'll still step on the treadmill and do another 45 minutes, which is another mile and a half or something like that.
Right.
So what's that? 10 miles a day plus the gym?
I would say that would be 6 to 7 for you.
See, because I only do 1 to 3 to be on the safe side because I don't know what the fuck this thing counts as exercise.
Yeah. No, I would say 6 to 7 for you, because even though that you probably don't do that amount of work on the weekends or when you're not working.
No, Saturday and Sunday I'm chilling.
Right.
I ain't doing nothing.
Which is perfectly fine, right? That you should rest. But because you are so active during the week, right? I don't really want to say hyperactive, but you are in a sense.
For my size, I definitely am.
Yeah. Right. And so that's why I don't really trust in those generic calculators that you find online either. But it will give you a generalized idea.
Okay.
It's an idea.
It's an idea.
It'll give you a generalized idea of, where you're at. But I would say like 20% one way or the other. Right. Which is a big room for error. Right. I did the resting metabolic assessment. Right. The first time I did
That's the dark room one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The first time that I did it, the trainer was like, there's no way. It came back with 4,100 calories for my resting metabolic rate. So meaning that if I laid in bed for 24 hours,
Your BMR.
Yep.
Yeah.
I burned 4,100 calories in 24 hours, just doing nothing, just existing.
Organs moving, blood pumping, breathing. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. She was like, no fucking way. There's no way that this is true. So I waited a couple days, did it again, 4,100 calories.
Yeah.
Right. And then with my active metabolic assessment and everything that I do, which that one is you put the mask on and then they put you on a treadmill and you basically, they change your walking or running speed depending on what you prefer. Or even if you're on a bike, right? They change that speed and that resistance on you until you reach a point of like, I can't do anymore. We need to stop.
Okay.
Okay. And then once that happens, that's how they test your active metabolic assessment. So mine came back with 1,900 calories. So 4,100 calories resting,
Plus
1,900 calories, right? 6,000 calories was my maintenance level.
Yeah.
Right. So they're like, okay, so you're trying to build muscle. You need 6,500 calories. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to maintain.
Could you even eat that much? Daily? I mean, you could eat that once or twice a week, but every day?
I did it 6 days a week.
Did you really?
Yeah.
And how'd you feel? Like shit?
I hated eating, dude.
Were you like super lethargic and just feeling gross?
Just every time that I looked at my food, I was just like, fuck.
Yeah, it's a chore.
Eating.
It's a chore.
But I did always look forward to Wednesday because Wednesday was pizza day.
Really? Okay.
For me. It would literally be sit down with a large pizza, eat my large pizza, go back to work, go home, order a large pizza, eat a large pizza.
Yeah, that's called 28 years of Garrett Olson.
Welcome to my life.
Dude, I've been there, man. No, it's frustrating. I've been in the gym long enough now, and I've been dieting long enough now that you start to get in this weird mind frame, like, oh, I know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
But then somebody introduces something new, or there's always new science.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so take intermittent fasting.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a hill I'm going to die on.
Right.
But you'll find this guy who has science against it. You'll
Right.
find this guy who has science why it works.
Right. Everyone has the solution to everything.
Right. Everybody's a professional.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, everybody knows.
Yep. Every style of exercise that's the one.
There's only one diet for, I get it.
Exactly. So that's why I always say it is always subject to the individual and it's always what you feel comfortable doing.
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead and ask a vegan to go on the carnivore diet.
Right.
They're not going to do it.
You
right.
cannot.
Michael Clark Duncan. Okay. The big guy from Green
Rest
Mile.
in peace.
Yeah. He's vegan.
Yeah.
He was vegan.
Was he really?
Yes.
That big?
Yes.
Wow.
See, he was vegan all the way. I think the last like 25 or 30 years of his life, he was vegan.
Really?
Didn't touch any meat, period.
He was huge.
Didn't have any dairy.
John Coffee.
Yeah.
Gigantic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like the drinks that not spelled the same.
Right. Cornbread. Yeah.
You gonna eat your cornbread.
A different movie, but that's fine.
Right? I know, right? But he was vegan.
I'm gonna eat my cornbread.
Hey, I'm gonna eat my cornbread. Yeah. Yeah. He was vegan, right? So think about how big he was, right? He was 6'5", like 320 pounds.
Yeah.
Right?
Built
And just,
like a fucking train, dude.
yeah. And he was vegan, right? You're on the carnivore diet, or you are just now getting off the carnivore diet,
I'm doing
right?
it.
People do the paleo diet. People do the keto diet, right? If you had asked John Coffey, if you had asked Michael Clark Duncan to go on the carnivore diet, he'd be like, no, man, I'm good.
Yeah. That ain't him.
No, right?
It doesn't matter what science you come at him with.
But he was fucking massive,
Right.
right?
Right.
So that's why I say it's always subject to the individual. And he is always my biggest reference for that.
Yeah.
Is because
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
I would never be vegan, but that's just because I like meat. That's
Yeah,
just,
you do.
Yeah. I like meat.
I like meat.
No, I would. I'm a firm believer that every diet out there works.
They all have merit.
If you stick to it and you do it properly and you focus on just that, I think every single diet out there could potentially work.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen a diet where like you try it and then like there wasn't a single person out there who benefited from it. Mm-hmm. Somebody's going to benefit from any one of those diets. Right? But if you do a diet just because someone's like, it's the greatest diet ever and it's the way, right? Call it the Jesus diet, the way, the truth, and the life.
Yeah, but it's so stupid because there's a million different people out there that can lose weight a million different ways.
Right.
So to say that one diet is the way you have to do it, that's ignorant.
That's why I say doing one style of exercise is it's not the only way to do it. Right. I've been searching high and low.
Did we just go full circle right now?
Yeah, I think
You're a piece of shit, man, because I can push. All right, go ahead. Let me hear you.
I've been searching high and low. I've looked in my closet, looked under my bed. I've, dug a couple holes in the backyard. I can't find that one workout that works for absolutely everybody.
Sure.
Right.
Right.
That does both the weight loss, that does both the muscle gain, right? That shreds you out, that bulks you up. There's no one way to do it.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, we did come full circle. There's no one way. You find what's comfortable for you.
Suck a dick, Jesse.
Oh.
No, I'm just playing.
Oh.
We got to shout out Jesse, bro, because he got mad last time we didn't shout him out. We got to shout out.
Shout out, Jesse. Shout out.
No, I'm just playing.
Jesse.
He wanted to be here. He just had to work. That's all. But he's the one that told me to bring up talking to you. Just about that whole full range of motion and different styles of lifting, and because I don't want to stop doing the way that I know how to do it.
Right.
I was making progress with it.
Yeah.
I have a hard time shutting people out.
Right.
Especially people that I know care about me and people that their opinions matter to me.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to just be like, oh, fuck off. I'm going to do my own thing.
Right. So you decided you were going to do the carnivore diet for all of April, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I still might continue. Today
Okay.
might not be the last day.
Right.
I may continue.
Which is perfectly fine, right? But you were prepared to know that that's what you're trying to do, right? And then you know that when you're ready to be done with it, you're gonna go back to the way that you preferred, right? So for the month of May, what if? Crazy idea. Okay, what if for the month of May you decided you're gonna reduce weight and increase reps?
Yeah.
Just for the month of May.
Yeah.
Just the month of May.
Imagine.
Okay. And then you get to June and now you get to go back to what you were doing before.
Yeah. Yeah.
How is that different?
Well, it's a good thing this is a hypothetical question. Because I don't want to do it that way, man. I don't know. I could.
Guys, if you think Garrett should do this, go ahead and comment and tell him to try it for the month of May. It's gonna be May.
Look, because I don't know how to lift like that.
I've showed you how to lift like that.
Yeah, but we've spent as far like my whole life compared to the little times we've spent. It's not. It's difficult. What are you doing?
I'm texting you.
Why are you texting me?
Because I'm giving you the rep scheme for the month of May.
But I overthink everything, dude, because now I don't know how much weight I need to use. I don't know.
So then what you do?
Like, take your one rep weight max and then divide it by 80%, 60%, 50%. I don't give a fuck about any of that, dude.
Nope.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. What I do for every single one of my clients is I use that first set. Okay. So that's why I say 3 to 5 sets. That first set is to determine how that set feels for you, how that weight feels for you, right? The way I let my clients know is that reps 9 through 12, you should go, this is kind of getting tough, right? That 12th rep, you're not like, oh, fuck, I can't do any more than this. It's like, whoo, shit, that burned. Okay, reps 9 through 12. If you don't feel that, if you go, man, that was way too light, like that 12th rep, like it went up like my first rep, then you need to go up in weight.
Right.
That's why I say 3 to 5 sets. If you do that first set and you're like, fuck, that was a good weight, I don't want to go up anymore, do 3 sets. If you're like, oh, okay, yeah, no, that one felt so much easier, I need to go up, then do 4 sets.
Wait, but I know that. I'm saying the way he was having me work out. Because also, again, after that, I just said 3 different ways of how to say also. Never mind.
Also, again, that.
Following, right,
Mm-hmm.
I was doing shoulder raises.
Mm-hmm.
And Jesse says I was coming way up here. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, way up here. And he... yes, fuck you too. I understand. He comes up to me and he's like, the way he approaches it was funny because he was staring at me and I'm doing my set and I take my headphones off and I look at him and he goes, "Do you want me to say anything or you want me just to leave?" And I was like, "Go ahead, man. Let me hear what you got." He goes, "You're going too high." And I said, "Okay, what do you mean?" He goes, "You're way up here. You need to bring that bitch right there."
Mm-hmm.
And so I started doing it and it felt easier almost. And I told him that and he's like, "Do it." Because I was alternating 1, 2, 3.
Right.
And he goes, "Just keep it on 1 the whole time. And if you're really gangster, don't go all the way down. Keep tension the whole time."
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I did it and it felt a little easier, but I just didn't like moving that way.
Right.
I do not. There's certain exercises that I only want to move the way that I know how to move.
It's because that's what you know.
And I'm stubborn.
Right.
And I'm prideful.
So like, actually Joey Swole, so I just sent it to you, 3 to 5 sets.
Hey, don't
12 to
talk
15
about
reps,
my buddy like that.
30 to 45.
Do you know Joey
seconds.
Swole is my friend? Do you know where comadres, bro?
Did you know that I actually messaged him the other day and told him that his response to your video is part of the reason why it solidified the fact that I wanted to be a trainer?
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Did he respond?
Nope.
Oh,
Hasn't even read it yet, I don't think.
he responds,
Which
to
is
my
fine.
shit. Hey,
I'll
send it for you.
I mean, I prefaced it with like, I'm not expecting that you're going to respond to this, and it's fine, but I had to put it out there. It's like,
Yeah.
and I appreciate it because I said Garrett, like, his tag is Garrettolsonweightloss. He's my friend and one of my clients, and I just wanted to say that your response to his video was actually encouraging to me because that's why I became a trainer, is because not only do I want to help people physically, I also want to help them mentally. I want to help them keep comfortable in the gym, and I want them to understand that there is a place for us all in the gym.
Okay.
And so, like, it was just thank you for helping solidify that for me.
He does a lot for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cool. And he's done a lot for a lot of people that I know through TikTok and weight loss stuff. Like a lot of the videos that he makes about people, I know them.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay. He's not just shooting for fame or clout or saying dumb shit.
No.
Anyway, I'm plugging him way too much.
But
shout out Joey Swole.
So it was actually one of Joey Swole's videos, right? This girl was shaming this dude who was doing drag curls with dumbbells.
Oh, I saw that one.
Right?
Yeah.
So after I saw that, I was like, okay, I need to look at this drag curl a little bit more closely. So I Googled it, YouTubed it, and everything like that. And I was like, okay, let me try this. So I tried it for myself, and I was like, that sucked.
Yeah.
But I like it.
I did not like it.
Right? But now I use it a lot, actually.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand it.
So, and once he explained it to me, or not explained it to me, once he explained it, right, like what the purpose of it is, right? So I really started to think about the activation of my muscle when I'm doing a traditional curl where I have my elbow pinned to my side and I'm moving the weight out as opposed to pulling the elbows back and then dragging up the body. He talks about how it takes the pressure off the delt and puts it strictly on the biceps. And I was like, fuck, I feel that.
See, the funny thing is when I tried it too after that video, and he was like, most people do it with barbells, so I tried it with barbell as well. It felt like a trap exercise to me.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I was just...
That's because you were doing this.
Right.
Right. But then the idea is that you're not going to be able to move up the same height as you do with the traditional curl. You're only I only move up to like the bottom of my pecs.
Yeah.
That's all I can move.
Yeah.
Right. Because any further than that, and I do start to shrug it up.
Right.
But when I make that movement and I keep my palms up the entire time, like even just sitting like this, I'm already feeling just tension on my biceps and none on my shoulders or my traps.
Yeah.
And I'm just here. Right. So once I started doing that more and more, it fucking sucked. But I also noticed quicker growth for myself.
Really?
Yes. But it not necessarily because of that movement specifically, but because it was another way to move the biceps. And so it was basically keeping my body guessing.
I got so much ice in my mouth. Oh, excuse me. There's just so much fucking information out there, and then
But we always have to learn. We always have something we need to learn.
But it just keeps stacking onto the fucking plate because I was explaining to them yesterday or on last week's episode when this comes out. I have to work my ass off just to get to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
I have to work my ass off to fight my own mental battle of just sticking to a diet or trying to stay positive when the scale number isn't moving and all that stuff. So I got 6 or 7 or 8 different fucking battles going on mentally, quietly.
Mm-hmm.
Then I get to the gym and I'm finally like, oh man, I've been in the gym now for 2 months straight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling like I'm learning something. I'm moving more weight. I feel stronger. I feel good. Then somebody comes up and they're like, you could be doing better. It's like, fuck, I've already worked my ass off just to get here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't even feel like I'm at this level yet, and you're telling me there's 14 different levels I can get to? Like, it's overwhelming.
I know we're going to plug him again, but what would Joey Swole say to that guy?
I don't know.
You don't know his battle. You don't know that he's already lost 110 pounds.
Yeah.
You don't know. So why are you going to make that comment when you don't know, right? But I was also going to ask, do you write any of your achievements down?
No.
Get a notebook, and whenever you achieve something, write it down.
It sounds good, but I won't do it. I'm just being honest.
I didn't do it either for a long time.
Yeah.
But then I started writing down, when I was on my way out of EOS, I started writing it down.
Really?
Yes, because I felt like I wasn't achieving anything. I wasn't doing anything good, right? But like I have clients who are like, oh, I never thought I would be able to push this weight before, and now I am thanks to you, right? So helped this client move this much weight. They started here. They're now here.
Yeah.
Right? I worked on this part of myself, right? So I have this mindset that I will avoid confrontation if I can, because I'm afraid I'm going to disappoint somebody, or I'm going to be a disappointment. So I then started to write down an achievement, right? Like normally I would have kept my mouth shut about this, but I said something.
Yeah.
It did cause a small confrontation, but it actually enlightened somebody on it. So that was an achievement for me. It was a small win, and it was privately mine.
Yeah.
Right. So no, it wasn't like, ooh, everybody look, I got into an argument today. But they don't know that that was actually a big step for me to actually get into an argument that I was normally afraid to do. And so when you start doing those things, right, 2 months today in the gym, right, and then when you look at it 2 months from now and you go, wow, dude, I hit 2 months 2 months ago. That's 4 months today.
Yeah.
Right. Or I moved 5 plates on the high row, right? Felt good about it. Yeah, like maybe, right, like some little shithead was saying I wasn't moving it properly. Whatever. Cool. Be better than that.
Yeah.
Okay. But making those small, like even if you don't do it on a notebook, maybe get like a little whiteboard and just write your achievement for the day.
Why's it got to be a whiteboard, bro?
A blackboard.
Why is it? Thank you.
Yeah. A board. Marker board.
Board.
Marker board.
Thank you.
There we go. Marker board.
Yes.
Fuck, that's what I forgot. Okay, sorry. I went to Target yesterday and I was like, I feel like there's something I'm fucking forgetting. I have a marker board.
Yeah.
But I forgot my markers. I forgot to get markers.
I got markers.
Okay.
Dude.
Yeah.
Look, I got markers.
I know.
for days.
Yeah.
Expo.
I just forgot. Yeah, I was gonna get some Expo.
Expensive shit.
I just we fancy.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
Bro. That's how you know I have made it.
Shit's real.
That is success.
Yeah.
I got 2 blues.
And 2 greens.
And
damn.
I fucking made it, baby.
Oh, we fancy, huh?
Yeah, we fancy like Applebee's.
On a date night.
The whole thing is fucking just screwy, dude.
But write yourself that achievement. Like, it doesn't have to be every single day. Maybe once a week, right? On Saturday, like, set a reminder in your phone, right? Yeah. Go write your achievement for the week, or write down like 5 achievements for the week. What did you do this week? What did you achieve?
Yeah.
Right? Because then that is, and it doesn't have to be something that you post everywhere. It can be privately yours. Or if you want to help others, you can be like, here's my achievements for this week, guys.
Right.
Right? How many days have you been without nicotine?
What's today? The 10th? 17 days?
That's an achievement. It is. Dude, there are people
it's a good thing.
There are people who give up after a day and a half.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, yay.
Why?
I don't know. I
remember the first time that I saw you smoking?
Yeah.
What did I say?
First of all, you started giving me advice on how to quit smoking, and then you started talking to me about how it... Look, dude. Listen. I don't want to give myself credit for something that I should be doing anyway. I shouldn't be smoking.
So are you saying that you shouldn't give yourself credit for exercising? You should be exercising, right?
Yes.
Are you not going to give yourself credit for that?
Look, man.
No.
It's not that I'm not giving my... I'm fine.
I'm fine.
It's not that... Look, we weren't going to get fucking dark today, okay?
It's not dark.
Today's
it's not
a
dark.
light and happy episode.
It's not dark.
It's not dark. No, dude, because, man, I've lived the way that I've lived for such a long time that I'm just like, I could go back to that at any time.
But any achievement you make is an achievement regardless.
You got too much fucking head movement going on. You're going to get smacked up, dude.
Any achievement.
No, man, it's a good thing. I acknowledge that it's a good thing, but
right.
I don't celebrate it like woohoo.
Didn't you just post about it the other day? 10 days without nicotine?
Yes, because somebody else would see that and it would give them encouragement to keep going.
So why wouldn't an achievement board where you write 17 days without nicotine?
Because it's not. I don't know. You're
talking yourself into a hole, bro.
I feel like I'm not, though. I think you're just not understanding my mindset.
No, I understand that you can go back to it at any time, but you can also stop exercising anytime you want. You can just decide, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to be done in the gym. I'm going to eat whatever the fuck I want. I'm going to go back to smoking. I'm going to go back to this. You can do it all. You can.
Yeah.
But every single day that you continue on this journey is still an achievement because that's one extra day that you chose not to.
Yeah, but that's not going to help anybody.
Why?
If I just quit doing all this stuff, because I'm trying to be an inspiration, I'm trying to be motivation, I'm trying to be encouragement for other people. So
right.
It's hard.
So every day that you keep on that journey is an achievement. Every single day you keep on that journey is an achievement.
Okay, but
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
I know, but I don't care about it for me. I care about it for others. I want to make sure that I stay on track, not for me, so that I can help somebody else that's struggling too.
So post that.
What do I say?
Write your achievements down. I've made it this many days, this many years. I've made it this long, maintaining this type of nutrition, maintaining this type of exercise, maintaining this many days without nicotine, maintaining this much of my weight loss, dropping this many pounds this month. Those are all achievements. Do it once a week. Take your video when you do your weigh-in, right? Weigh-in, achievement board.
Yeah. I didn't even do a weigh-in today.
No, but I saw your weigh-in from earlier this week.
I know, but I've lost 7 pounds since then.
Bro.
But I didn't because I need to do that.
Achievement.
I know, man. I know. What's wrong with me then?
Huh?
What's wrong with me then?
Nothing.
There's something wrong that I don't give a fuck about these achievements. They're there.
Yeah. But the thing, guys, if you think that he should write an achievement board, go ahead and comment on this video.
No.
I'm going to plug and plug and plug
Butt plug,
and plug.
dude. I'm telling you. Look, it's hard to acknowledge it, man. What? Butt plug? Okay. Been there, done that. So what? See, so that's a double. That's
It's fine.
I don't know, man.
Try it. Just try it. Okay. And that's why I'm saying for the month of May, do the muscular endurance, right? If you can finish that month of May, the entire month doing the muscular endurance lifting, that is also an achievement.
Okay.
Okay. That's also an achievement. So write it down. Okay.
I don't want to do it, but I will do it because you asked me to.
Thank you.
I don't want to do it.
I know.
I fucking hate it, and I don't think it's going to work.
I know.
But I'm going to try it.
Okay.
That's all I can offer you.
Okay. And then the other thing I'm going to ask is that every day after we're done with the podcast, okay, actually, you know what? Before.
Okay.
Right before we start the podcast.
I'm going to do a chant, like an AA meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. God grant me the serenity.
Yes, sir. I've been to plenty,
dude. It's tattooed on my ribs.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Man.
Write on the marker board your achievements for this past week. Just write them down.
That's very pretentious.
No. Why?
I don't know.
To be proud of yourself for something that you've achieved for yourself.
It just feels like, hey guys, look at me. That's not what my channel's about.
Right.
I'm talking about TikTok and Instagram, my weight loss stuff. Here, we can talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
On there, it's not about me. I'm putting myself through hell and being in the public eye so that the guy on the couch that was me gets up and does something.
Mm-hmm. Or the guy that smokes cigarettes and wants to quit.
My TikTok and my Instagram isn't for me.
Right.
It's for everybody else, anybody else that wants to see it.
But for your achievements to be put to light, right? One, for you to recognize them for yourself, okay, will help others realize that they also need to recognize their achievements. I always say it to a lot of people, take your win. When you have a win, take it. Acknowledge your win, right? And so when you acknowledge your wins and you encourage others, guys, look, acknowledge your wins, okay? Even if you feel like you haven't done anything this week, write down something that you feel like you did do, right? You took that extra step today. You said no to that meal that you knew that you should have said no to, right? That's still an achievement. So when you start acknowledging your achievements, you can also use that to encourage others to acknowledge their achievements and help empower them, right? Because most people who have that struggle, right, they don't have that self-confidence because they don't feel like they're worth anything. They don't feel like they should. They don't feel like they have achieved anything.
Yeah.
Right? Just like you feel like you haven't achieved much, but you have. You've achieved a lot, but you haven't written it down to where if you looked at an entire list of your achievements, be like, fuck, dude, I actually have done a lot. Oh my God. That would bring to light all the things that you've been doing, all the people that you've been helping. And when you can show that, then you can be like, guys, you need to start acknowledging your achievements. I wasn't acknowledging it before, but now that I've written them down, I can actually see how I'm doing and I feel better mentally. And it motivates me to go and work on myself physically. Because it's just as much of a struggle mentally and physically.
Yeah.
Right? So when you can acknowledge your achievements, you are improving your mental health and it's encouraging you to work on your physical health.
Okay. Thank you. We're stepping into the dark, man.
No, how is that dark?
Because it brings up a lot of emotion for me.
But that's an encouraging moment. That's not a, yo, I wanted to die in my sleep.
Hey, man. Let's talk about some good shit. We got 5 more minutes.
Okay.
Let's talk about some happy shit.
Let's go ahead and cover all of those things in 5 minutes.
That's not for you. That was for Rena.
Oh.
That's not for you. Me and you are just fucking winging it.
Then you know what? While we're here.
You thought that was for you?
No, I have no clue, dude.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
You got eraser?
Right there. You missed it.
Oh, I did miss it.
What are you doing?
What am I doing?
I need that for next week's episode.
You said this was for Rena.
Oh yeah, but whatever you're about to write on there, I'm gonna need to erase it.
That's fine.
Okay.
We got 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, we got 5 minutes.
Okay.
What are you doing? I don't understand.
What'd you do this week?
Oh, come on, dude. I don't want to do this.
Why? What'd you do this week? 17 days without nicotine, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's terrible, terrible writing.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck.
This is horrible.
I don't give a fuck. If I got paid according to my handwriting, you'd think I was a doctor. And I'm probably spelling nicotine wrong.
That's Tine.
There we go.
Nicotini?
Nicotine. Nicotine. Okay. 17 days, no nicotine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's even hard for you. So you're asking me, and it's even hard for me to. I don't care.
How far away are you from getting out of the 440s?
1 pound.
Okay. 1 pound from 440.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. How many miles do you think you walked this week?
I walked 36 miles this week. That's funny. We were actually just talking about that yesterday. We added it all up.
Okay. So 36 miles walking, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You rode 240 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This is weird.
Okay. Shoulder press, right? You learn something new on the shoulder press, range of motion.
Yeah.
Okay.
What am I supposed to just write down everything that happened?
Something that you didn't know or something that you achieved, right?
Okay.
So learned new range of motion for shoulders. Okay. It's good.
Wait, how did you know I was doing that?
I figured it out.
Okay.
Okay.
That's enough.
Okay. So in 7 days,
Yeah.
okay, you have now gone 17 days without nicotine. You are 1 pound away from hitting 440. When was the last time you were below 440?
Oh, dude, I was in high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So something that you haven't done in 12 years. Okay. So now you're 1 pound away from something you haven't done in 12 years. Okay. 36 miles of walking. Do you know how many miles I walked this week?
No.
Maybe 7.
Okay.
Okay. So 5 times more walking than I did.
Yeah.
Okay. You rode 240 pounds. How many people rode 240 pounds?
Nobody I know.
Okay. Joey Swole, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Right. Okay. And you learned new range of motion for shoulders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Guys, here's some achievements for Garrett. Yeah. It's terrible handwriting. Don't worry. Garrett achieved this week.
Yeah.
Okay. That's in 7 days. You made 5 achievements in 7 days.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fucking cool.
Thanks.
Good shit, man.
Thanks.
Proud of you.
Appreciate it. Now
Oh,
what?
wait. Hold on.
Oh, mark drop.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
But now
Okay.
what?
Okay. Now you encourage someone else to do the same thing. Write down 5 things that you've done this week.
Okay.
Something you're proud of.
Okay. Why am I getting yelled at?
Because you're fighting me on it.
I'm not.
Not anymore.
Well, I'm just giving in.
Yes.
You can
Thank
have it.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And now for the month of May, you're going to be working on some muscular endurance.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to have to tell me how to do that.
I know. I sent you sets and reps.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll talk you through it too. But I guess before we finish, I better finish this, right?
Mine's gone.
I know.
Here.
There we go. Cheers, brother.
Cheers. Better? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Well, man. Whew, fuck. I need a little chaser. Okay, I'm back. Well, I'm going to take us out then, dude.
All right, brother.
How do I want to do this? I want to end on a positive note. Let's see. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this week's episode of the Sonder Experience. I have learned today that you need to actively count your wins. I hope that's something you guys could have picked up as well. It may seem funny. It could seem a little bit embarrassing, but you deserve it. Now that I see it written down in front of me, I understand it's a lot. And you don't want to lose sight of that, because not a lot of people are going to count your wins for you. You need to be able to count your wins on your own. And luckily, I have people in my life that help me realize that. And I would like to be that for you. I know all of us here at the Sonder Experience would love to be that for you. And we hope that when you come and watch our channel, you find that encouragement and you find that inspiration. You find that love and that strength to continue moving forward. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for watching. I hope you like, subscribe, share, leave any comments that you'd like for us to go over in the next week's episode, and we'll see you later. Peace.
Peace.
Not bad.